Okay. Welcome back to Attack on Titan, Anime Review, episode number 35. This I'm reviewing the 67th episode of the anime, Assassin's Bullet. This episode pretty much finished up adapting chapter 104 and goes to the entirety of chapter 105. Yes, well, if you're asking the question, okay, how many chapters left to go for the Marley arc to be adapted for the anime? One. And it's probably going to be adapted next week. It looks like they're also probably going to be, from the look of the trailer, it looks like they're also not only going to be adapting chapter 106, but also chapter 107, which that chapter was freaking long. It was over 100 pages. It was by far, out of all the chapters I've ever reviewed for Attack on Titan, 107 was by far the longest one I reviewed. Okay, what happens this episode? Well, the episode starts out basically Reiner about to attack Eren when he's in armor type mode. Eren's in attack type mode. And Eren just punches him in the face. Gets knocked out. And he's out for pretty much the rest of the arc. I'm not kidding about that. He is seriously out for the rest of the arc. He does nothing after this. He doesn't even appear in the last chapter, believe it or not. At least I don't remember he actually appears because... yes, it's been a couple years. It's been like 3 years since I read the chapter. But I don't remember him actually appearing in chapter 106. So, after he gets knocked out, Eren gets to basically use the new 3DM gear basically to go up to the blimp. And everybody just goes except for like one guy who says he's from the garrison. They call him a commander. He says he's a recruit. And apparently it's implied now that the garrison has been disbanded for some reason. Yeah, I don't remember in the manga why in the world it's disbanded, but it is. And then we see Gabi and Falco, where Gabi is basically running with the rifle she got from the last episode. She runs as she's stopped by Falco, and then she shoots the commander guy, former from the garrison, shoots him, takes his 3DM, uses his 3DM gear. The luck out Falco's brother shows up, tries to stop, but luck out that Falco remembers, oh yeah, I need to prevent Gabi going into a dark future, so he goes with her to the blimp. Before I get to what happens next, and this is one of the shocking things from the episode. This is from chapter 105. We see Eren. As soon as he gets on board the blimp, first he's brought on board by Eren, and then as soon as he gets on board, he gets kicked in the face by Levi. In anime terms, this is the first time since season 1 he's been beaten up by Levi. Though Levi has a line of, "You have such a kickable face." And you realize what he did, and Eren's like, "Did you get my letters?" And he's like, "Yeah, everything's like we want to." And I figured, like, okay, I guess we'll start celebrating the fact that we won a battle here in Marley. Of course, I think it's Falco. Falco figures out that the whole reason for this assault on Marley is for payback for 4 years earlier. Which, that part is true. And then comes the then Eren gets tied up, of course. Once again, first time since the first season 2. And then once Gabi gets on board, first thing she does, fires the gun off and shoots Sasha in the heart. And no, I'm not going to sing the song Shot to the Heart. It's a great song, but it probably would not be appropriate for this scene. And thank God that Mappa did not put that particular song here, because that song would be tremendously inappropriate. Because that's basically a figuratively shot to the heart, not an actual shot to the heart. So, Sasha's dying, and she's with Connie and Jean. Gabi and Falco are beating the crap out of those two are beating the crap out of by the soldiers. I mean, I get Falco, but why beat up Gabi for me? Yeah, she's one shot her, but she's well, probably didn't deserve it. And then we have some couple added scenes here. Connie telling Medic to give her bandages, and Connie going to get Mikasa and Armin telling them about Sasha, because here's the thing. In the manga, Connie does not open that door at all. In the anime, he does. That was an addition they made to that changed my name, which I think made total sense to do. And they actually go and they spend, and they're basically there for Sasha's last moments, where she basically talks about meat. Yep. And then, of course, Gabby and Falco right before Levi and Aaron. And they see that Zeke is with them. Yes, apparently this whole salt was actually Zeke's idea. Yep. And Gabby's like, War Chief Zeke, what are you doing here? And then, of course, Hans comes out. Yep. Now, in the manga, basically, she came out right after Mikasa and Armin went to Sasha's side before she passed. Which, that was basically, in the manga, it's like, as soon as she left, that's when they came in. In the anime, they changed the word she comes in after Gabby and Falco come in, which I think that was actually pretty good for the anime to do that. So, they discussed the fact this is not the first time Aaron's done this, where he's gone to the country and they have to sacrifice members of the Survey Corps in order to get him out. And then the episode ends with basically Sasha dying. Yep, Sasha dies. Which probably makes her the first major character of the series to die since Marco from the first season of the series. Well, technically they did have another Marco die. Well, this is probably the first one. Not since Marco, oh no. Since Commander Erwin. Yes, Commander Erwin, a very popular character in the series. He died in the last season. Sasha is probably the first big one that's died. I mean, she has got a humongous fan base. Because from what I heard, initially her scenes that they did for season 2, like after she was last seen when she was battling a Titan by herself out of the 3DM gear, that was her only appearance, was the last appearance in the manga up until the Uprising arc. In the anime, they actually kept her in the actual anime because Sasha is super popular. I'm sure people who are fans of the anime version of Sasha are probably going to be upset with this episode due to killing off Sasha the way they did. Which, it's smart enough how they did the manga, which, gotta at least praise the fact Mappa did a fantastic job with that. It's handled really well. It's not played for laughs. And everything is done spot on. I also appreciate the fact they also kept in Gab basically the first time she used 3DM gear. Like, oh, so this is how it works. Okay. So basically she points and shoots it. Yeah, she figures out how to use it pretty quickly. Kind of like just the manga, which I do appreciate them also keeping that in as well. Yep. So, that's the episode itself in a nutshell. It's an absolute really good episode. And we're just about to reach the finish line when it comes to this particular arc in the anime. Now, in the case of the manga itself, currently, as of this episode, we are exactly 31 chapters ahead behind where the manga is right now, because 136 is the most recent chapter released for the manga. There is roughly 3 more chapters left released. Just 3. And that's it. Yep, that's it. I think that possibly that the next chapter will probably come out this coming week, so I'll probably review it excuse me. I'll probably review it with next week's episode, which will be a 68th episode of the anime. Yeah. Oh yeah, and also, as this episode for 6-7, we are exactly halfway through Season 4. Yeah, we're at the halfway point. We're thinking, already? We're already halfway through the season? Well, the season's only going to be 16 episodes. Despite the fact there's still more manga that can easily adapt. I'm sure that probably next week, if I'm going to go through the entirety of chapter 106 and probably go through part of, let's say, chapter 107, it's possible. I don't think they're going to adapt the whole thing for next week because it's over 100 freaking pages. I highly doubt they can adapt that much in just one episode. Unless they make some cuts or the fact they can get this chapter really quickly. That's what I kind of hope, though. Yes. Also, this is, of course, next episode will probably make the first time since the previous season that Aaron's been in the jail cell. This time it's by himself. This time he's not there. Last season, in the manga too, he basically had a next door cell with Mikasa. Here, just him. Yeah. But all in all, great episode. And can't wait for next week, which will be the 68th episode of the series. Okay, so That's it for Sick of You. I have 2 comic corners I'm going to do. First is 2 Batman trades. And the next one's going to be a Marvel and DC trade. You'll find out what they are soon. Well, actually next. Okay, see you next video. Bye.